Hi friends, welcome to this reading. Today we are going to delve deep into what is your soul call. So what is your true direction in this life, your soul purpose if you want, but I would like to focus on what is really calling you in this life, what you are meant to do, what is your direction. And we are going to delve deep with oracles and tarot. We will also see where you are now, where you are going, and we'll also pull guidance for you in this reading. So we have 3 piles here, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I will show you the cards. So this is pile 1. I affirm that all life is sacred. This is pile 2. I achieve with integrity. This is pile 3. I communicate with compassion. So take your time to choose. What is your soul call? What do you feel is the right pile for you? You may be drawn to the colors, to the message, the cards, the figures, whatever. Just take your time. You can also pause the video and, we will just see each other in your pile. So take your time. Hi, pile 1. So you have chosen I affirm that all life is sacred with this beautiful oracle card. I've already pulled the cards for you, the oracles and the tarot, but I will disclose them in a moment. I just want to tap into this energy first, in the energy of this card. And I'm very drawn to a couple of things here. So first of all, what is your soul call in this life? So I see this circle around the head of this figure. This is telling me that an element, a strong element that is part of your soul call in this life is the mind. So you may actually work with your mind, or maybe your direction in this life has to do with your mind, with using your mind, communicating or using your words. But I feel that this has more to do with creation. So creating something, using your mental abilities. I feel like you have a lot of mental strength here, or there's a lot of focus on the mind and maybe your intellect, how you use your head literally, and there are flowers blossoming here, so I think it may have to do with something creative. Maybe you are a creative person. It doesn't mean you have to be a painter or a writer. It could be because I feel this may be the case. It has to do with the mind, using communication, your words again, maybe your writing as well. But and I really also am drawn to, the white eyes here, almost like the figure is turned inwards. So I feel that a big part of what you create in this life maybe comes to your mind, to what is from a place, that is not visible, and then you manifest it outside with this beautiful creation. This is also telling me that you are the creator in this life. You are the creator of your own life. You may be somehow, different, or maybe you are just very original, creative. So it doesn't have to do, as I was saying, with being necessarily, a painter or something like this. But I feel like there is a lot here that you are able to manifest using your mind. And I'm also drawn to the dragonfly here. So dragonfly is also a symbol of balance. It's also a symbol of, it is connected to Libra energy. So there is a lot of balance in your mind. I think you are able really to tap into this energy and let your thoughts soar. And so there is a lot that you create with your mind again. And Libra is also associated to, beauty, and again, like creation, being creative in some way. And so I feel like this is the case. But the dragonfly is also a symbol of transformation. so you're able, to transform maybe your thoughts into something tangible, maybe material, to give birth, to just some type of creation. And I also feel that there is an aspect of transformation here involved in your reading, possibly. Also with this dragonfly, But we will see. We will see. So, yeah, the wings also make me think, again, Mercury, Mercury, the Greek god, was also the god of, communication. So this is a further, symbol for me, that your soul call in this life may be connected to this, but obviously take what resonates, and we are going to delve deeper with the cards, because this is just our first card, and I'm going to pull it, to put it here maybe on the side. And so let's start with your oracles. I'm very curious to see what comes up. So these oracles are meant to represent who you are. So let's see, who you are through the lens, obviously, of your soul call in this life. So we have the hero. We have the sensualist. And we have the artist. I think maybe I may pull another card here on the side. Let's see with tarot. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So the tarot is meant to delve a little bit deeper instead into your current energy, what you are currently, manifesting. We have death. I'm going to pull it here. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have Judgment. And we have the Page of Wands. Okay. So, let's see, I can pull one more. Yeah. We have the Love card. I have a couple of other oracles. I will keep them for the end, just because it's already crowded here. So, let's see, because I really want you to see all the cards. My amethyst is big. It doesn't allow you to see the cards. Okay, so wonderful. Okay, so let's start from the artist. Okay, so I was picking up on creation here and being creative, and we have the artist here. So I am drawn to that. The artist here in this deck doesn't necessarily mean, again, it's like you don't have to be an actual artist, like, crafting something with your hands or painting or writing. The artist here refers to a direction in your life. Like, this card actually means that you can be the artist in your own life, and that part of your soul call is just to march at the rhythm of your drum, is to do maybe something also completely different from the norm. Just like you can create your own path. It's like you are allowed to be different, and maybe also to try something new, something that hasn't been tried before, hasn't been done before. And the artist is also telling me that maybe there is no, maybe you may not go down a traveled path in your life, or maybe there is no, it's not like there is no direction. It's almost like you can create your own path, and maybe also, in a certain sense, steer away from conventions. You don't have to be conventional. It's like I get the feeling here that you are allowed to do something different. with the hero also, it looks like you are someone who is able to summon the courage actually to do something different, to be different, and to be yourself. You may also challenge maybe some norms sometimes, but or you are very willing to tackle the challenges in your life in general. You're a person that I see with the sensualist here. You are very driven by your own passion and what really fuels your passion, your inspiration, your heart. We have also the heart here with this beautiful card, love. And so I feel like you can craft your own path. You are the artist in your life because you follow your heart. And this is what really fuels you and propels you forward. If this is not the case, I mean, if you are doing maybe a job that is really, conventional, or and maybe something that other people did before you, or, maybe this is not your pile, because I really feel like it's like you may have done, even if you did something more conventional in the past, I feel like this may also be your new energy. Like you are now questioning where you are, and maybe that's why you're watching this video, and maybe you want to really understand what you are passionate and enthusiastic about, to follow your heart. So you want to be propelled forward by your passion, and find what you really love. You don't want to do with a sensualist here. You need passion. You don't want to do, just a normal job to get your income at the end of the month, or, at the end of the week, or whatever. You want something that really also fulfills you on a deeper level in your heart, and something you can really love. You want to love what you do. You want to do also, I think your soul call has to do with love. So maybe it has to do also with taking care of others, with a sensualist here. But this is it's a very specific message, so just take what resonates. Maybe you work, but just take what resonates, maybe you work, I don't want to say with your body, but maybe it has to do with expressing yourself in a sensual way. Yeah, for example, maybe we have the Page of Wands here, and I'm really drawn to this woman. For example, you don't have to be a woman, but this is just an idea. So maybe you have a very a good body. This is also Scorpio energy, so very sensual, very sexy, very passionate. Still, maybe you are a model or something, or you just can do something with your body, just you may be very beautiful actually, or just very passionate, and it's something that it may not be literal, so again, the message here can be very specific. Then I will try to be more general, but people may be drawn to this passion that you exude, whether it's the passion that you infuse in what you do that really attracts people also to you, or whether you use your passion as the means, to accomplish something. So, for example, I don't know, maybe you are an influencer. I don't know. Maybe you are very sexy, or the sensualist here, and you just make people love you, not just for your body, maybe also just for how you present yourself, in a very lovable way. So it doesn't have to do with the body at all, or not only, it just can be your vibe. You really make people love you. And so you may be an artist in this sense, like you're very capable of knowing what drives people and what other people also love, and this may be also a path for you, maybe to stabilize yourself, to have your income. This card wanted to hide itself, but it's the Ten of Pentacles. Actually, it's the first star card I pulled for you. This has to do, with money, stability, of course. I feel here with these pillars, you know, you can see all the stars in this card. So there are no pentacles, actually they are stars. It's like you may literally be a star in your own life. Or I feel like with this 10 of pentacles, this is a card about stability and foundations. You may have already built a solid foundation for yourself and managed in some way to illuminate also your way. With the star here is like, but the star is also the light that is guiding you. So whether you have already built a foundation for yourself, or maybe you're starting from a good foundation and then finding your light, you know, seeking guidance on how to move on from here. Because we talked about transformation in the beginning, we have the Death card here. So the Death card here can be a challenging card, you know. And I'm getting again various messages here. So I feel with this Death card that you are moving from a place that feels quite secure, I have to say, to a big change here, a huge shift. With this rainbow light here, raining over the head of this figure, I feel like you're almost receiving an awareness, or you're becoming aware of something that needs to change, or a big shift that is happening in your life. It's almost like there is a challenge here, there is a shift within you. It may not be external, so it may be, but it may be just within you. And it's like you want to change. It may have to do with this artist. It may have to do with, now it's time for me. Maybe you are in a good, for some of you, I feel like maybe you are in a good job already. Maybe you have a good income, you are in a place of stability, you want to change because there is this awareness coming to you. Maybe you want to do something different with the artist here. You want to do something maybe more aligned with your true passions and what you love. And so the Death card here is, you know, bringing a huge change, a huge shift. I'm also very drawn to the colors. They match each other perfectly, and this is further confirmation when this happens in readings, I think, when the colors really are a match. And so for some of you, I'm also getting a very specific message, but keep in mind that this may be just for a very few people, maybe just one of you out there. Okay, so just keep what resonates. This is not for everyone. Okay, so I'm just telling it very clearly. But with this combo, 10 of Pentacles and Death, actually for some of you, I feel like you may have lost the security, the stability, those foundations. Something happened here. It may be a loss of a job, or maybe it may be just a big transitions you're going through for some of you, but this is very, very specific, okay? So it's not for everybody. You may have gotten an inheritance very recently, you know, because maybe you had, but this is very specific, okay? Maybe you had actually a loss maybe in your family, okay, or someone left you maybe with maybe an inheritance here, but it's not for everyone, okay? So this was very specific. And I feel like, by the way, after this loss or this change or this transition, and you are starting to question here something, you're starting to question what you're going to do with your life, because life is sacred. It's written on this card that you chose, you know. Your life is sacred because you don't want to waste it doing something that you don't like, you know, that you don't love. Why wasting life like this, you know? So you want to do something that is more aligned, and you are receiving insights here, maybe hints or hits from the universe, you know, about you're receiving awareness, you are connected. You're connecting to a higher purpose, so you can understand. You're very grounded. You're here, you know, like almost this figure seems like meditating. This is not the normal posture on the Death card. Only the traditional one is different, but here it's almost like you are in this phase. Maybe it can be a pause. It can be a moment where you allow yourself maybe to ground and to really understand what you want, and you're receiving insights here on how to move forward. But there is also fear with this Four of Pentacles. It's almost like you are clinging on your security, you know, on something that you know, something that feels familiar. Maybe or this card is also telling me you may want to cling on some sort of security or resource just because you have fear of losing this. So if you haven't lost stability, if you're still in a good position, I feel it may be the case for some of you, you are clinging to that, so you don't want to face change because all considered, you are in a good place, you feel secure. So why, you may ask, why do you have to change? It's if, after all, I have my income, I can survive, I can go on, not only survive with the Ten of Pentacles, actually, I think, for some of you, you may have a very, you may be, I don't want to say well off, but maybe you are well paid, in your current job or situation. For some of you, you may have family with the Ten of Pentacles, and so you are maybe thinking, what happens, what will happen if I just follow my path, maybe an unconventional one, I decide what I want to do, regardless of conventions of what I'm expected to do, what will my family think about this, how will they react, and so I just remain in this place of security, where everything feels comfortable, maybe and familiar, but at the same time it doesn't allow for this change, and so you are constantly challenged, I feel with this Judgment card, yes, as I was saying, you see, you may fear the judgment of other people, maybe your family, co-workers, or maybe, people around you, because you're contemplating your next move, like, it's almost like contemplating the moves in a game, so this may be you also observing very carefully your next move because you don't want to screw it up basically, okay? And you are feeling a little bit, maybe unsure. But with this, the sphere here, this is not a very stable position actually. If you look at this figure where she is, he or she, it's, I mean, this is not gender specific. I say she just because there is a woman here. This sphere, I think it will start rolling sooner or later, and she won't be capable, to remain in the same position anymore. So she will have either to roll with the sphere, and keep rolling, so like keep going, and accepting change, or she will be forced to do so, because I feel like you cannot remain in this place because there is judgment here. This is a big shift, so both death and judgment are huge shifts for you in your life, and I feel like this is where you are at, okay? So you are experiencing this, or you will soon experience this huge shift that will almost force you, because these are major arcana, so these forces will almost force you, sorry for the repetition, okay? So you would be forced in any case, even if you're not willing to, even if you are holding tight onto what maybe your current situation, you will be asked to make this shift, to make this decision, and I feel like you will because you feel pulled towards this new beginning, this radiant sun here. It's your success, is your own confidence, is what really is your direction. This is, the sun is the biggest star, is your direction. You feel pulled with the Page of Wands. This is a card about curiosity, exploration, adventure, new beginnings. I feel like you are really pulled, and you feel a strong pull towards this new beginning. And I'm sorry if you saw an interruption. It was my doorbell. It was someone at my doorbell. So I was saying you feel And as I was saying, you feel the call. You know, there was the doorbell for me, and I had to go and answer. It's almost like you will have to answer this call, because the judgment is also you judging your actions, you know, and your decisions. You are almost like observing your future decisions from a place where you still feel grounded, and you are just observing the game, like what will happen if I do. And the Page of Wands also here, if you notice, the woman is very grounded. So I feel like even though you will venture, so this is your soul call, you will venture into what is uncharted territory. This is a card about exploration, as I was saying. You will still do it from a place of groundedness, from a place, you know, because the Page of Wands here is starting its exploration, but is still not exactly moving, or at least not in this card, you see. The figure is very grounded, and it's just contemplating, still with some caution, you know. So still cautious about these steps she has to take. And but the love, I feel that love is the driving force. And so I strongly feel like you will take these steps, you know, sooner or later, because there is change here, whether you want it or not, with the Death card. So it's not something really we can when there is such a strong force, whether it's coming, you know, from within you or from the external forces, you know, I think, I mean, the shift is already here. You're already shifting. I had 2 more oracle cards for you. Okay. Cleanse and hunger. Okay, and look at, I mean, we have another sun here. It's almost like we have 2 suns, and also the yellow of this rose. This is the yellow, you know, of self-confidence. So also the Page of Wands is all about harnessing your own self-confidence, you know. And also look at the yellow sky here in the Death card. It's almost like there is a promise. There is a hunger with the Page of Wands. There is a hunger for more. Yeah. Because you want really to tap into the deepest desires of your heart. This is your soul call. Your heart is calling you, you know. And with the Death card, you are embracing this change. There is this surge of energies, I was saying, of confidence, you know, and you're ready to harness it. With Cleanse, I think you are also called to leave something behind, because we have also the Death card, and this is all about leaving something behind. But Cleanse really asks you to wiping away something, you know, to really let go, you know, do some cleansing, like to allow maybe this these new developments to unfold, this new adventure to unfold for you. So to create the space, you know, the space from where you can move forward. This has a lot to do with transformation, as we were saying in the beginning. So you have to create this space, and you create this space for moving forward, you know, by cleansing. Cleansing also means just, you know, doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to do with the material. Again, I think it has to do with your mind. So look, the other circle here is actually the circle of your mind. So yeah, your soul call has to do with your mind, because you will need to clear your mind. You will need clarity, you know. The blue also is a color associated with calm, you know, and really, I feel like breathing and finding clarity within yourself. I already feel like you are assessing the way forward here. So underneath it all, you are already wiping away maybe and reveal, you know, the light, the direction here, you know, the light that is shining and calling you to embrace your true passions and find and answer this call. Yes, okay. And I feel also as you answer this call, this love card actually refers to the fact that once you do it, you will also, this will also be a way for you to give yourself some extra love, you know. So the soul call for you is really to embrace again this call and to give love to yourself, to really shape your path, to really, you know, feed yourself, because you feel this hunger for something and you're receiving insights, you know, in your mind. I feel you're finding clarity as you cleanse, you know, you make room for new insights to come to you. You are finding your direction, you know. The sun shines for you, and I feel as you move towards this new direction, so it may be a new project, it may be a complete also new path, because we have the death card here, you know. You will find your true purpose. So you are on the brink of this discovery, but also on the brink of a very, you know, rewarding, I think, experience here. And the path ahead feels rewarding and fulfilling for you, with the sun and the heart here. So you will find happiness and love on this new path, and you can create it because you are the artist in your own life. So the pile one, this is what I have for you. I hope it was helpful, and please let me know. And if you like this reading, leave a comment, or feel free to like or just comment, you know. Or follow me for more if you enjoyed. It was a pleasure for me to read for you, and see you soon. Bye bye. Hi, pile 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the Oracle card, I Achieve with Integrity. This beautiful Oracle. So I have already your cards pulled here, your oracles and tarot, but first I want to dive into the energy of this oracle here, of this card, because there is a lot, I mean, that is coming through already from this card, and so I really want to tap into this before we move forward. So I Achieve with Integrity. This is a card number 40. I don't know if the number might be significant for you. What I feel is, first of all, I am really drawn by the sun, this light. And as I was saying in pile 1, I think we will have a lot of suns and stars showing up in this reading, because these are lights that guide us, that give us direction, you know. And the sun is the biggest star for us, and it is the direction. So I feel like you're watching this video, whether because you are finding direction in your life or you want direction in this specific moment, but the sun is also telling me other things. So this sun is also telling me that you have a very strong sense of self. I don't know why this is coming through. It's just because the sun is the self, you know. And so I feel like you have a lot to give, because the sun is nurturing. The sun, you know, it gives life to us, to nature. It allows just life to exist, you know, on this earth. And so I feel like you have very strong, amazing gifts, and you have a lot to give. And you are someone, you know, you may literally feel like there's a strong willingness here. I feel like a strong desire to shine in the world and to express yourself, and to really okay, sorry for the interruption. I don't know why there was an interruption in pile 1 as well. Just because I was getting some messages. But yeah, and speaking of messages, you know, I think with this sun here, you are now called maybe towards a specific direction, or maybe to make a specific like decision in your life at the moment, and you are just seeking your guiding light, you know. I am also drawn to this black background because actually black is the color, that represents, the possibility to just starting from scratch, like maybe, I don't know, because we will have to clarify with the cards in a minute. But I feel like there is a lot of potential, like there is a lot of blank space from where you can now create or your path, or answer this soul call. And I think I'm getting a lot of like calls and messages during this reading, just because I'm talking about callings, calls. But yeah, it's okay, by the way. So I achieve with integrity. Another thing that I am getting here is that you may be an achiever. So with the sun here, you may already be successful, maybe, or you may have, this is what I was saying with a strong sense of self, like you may already be successful, or doesn't apply to all of you, but maybe to some of you, okay? So you may already be someone who is quite accomplished, or you have already achieved a lot. And I think with integrity here, I think you have already had maybe your well-deserved success, or some rewards in your life already. Especially maybe if you are a little bit older, like 40, maybe it's the age for some of you, I don't know. But it's almost like with this card, I'm getting like you are maybe seeking an illumination, or maybe you're already illuminating your path forward, or maybe there is something you're starting from scratch, like maybe you have already accomplished something but you want to move forward, maybe to forge a new path, just explore something here with all this blackness. This may be a new beginning, or maybe creating something from nothing. Just something that I'm getting. Also, what I'm getting here, you may be an achiever, as I was saying. If this resonates with you, if you have already achieved maybe success or stability in your life, if you have already nurtured some aspects of your life, your career, maybe you have a family or something, because the sun is also strong masculine energy, so you don't have to be a man, of course, but maybe you have already grown something solid, maybe a family. If you're a woman, maybe you have a husband. If you're a man, maybe you are quite accomplished, because of this sun energy. You may be a boss also with the sun, maybe also a chief or something. I feel like you have done it, respecting your truth and your integrity, or like respecting a set of values, or maybe principles. And you've also learned many lessons, because all these women here, from what I'm getting from the card, they represent also various aspects of life. So you've been able to cultivate various aspects of life. Maybe you are, as I was saying, you are not only a husband or a wife, you're also maybe a mother or a father, or I don't know, because this is also father energy. By the way, you have also gone through a lot of lessons here. It may be challenges, so blessings, opportunities, as well as challenges. We also have, light and darkness here in the card. So like the sun is the light, of course, and in the background there is this blackness. So it's almost like you have had, your fair share of maybe challenges and lessons, as well as opportunities. But what is most important for you with the sun here and integrity, I think, is to live in alignment with your own truth and maybe your own passion. This is similar. This was similar in pile 1. It's just like, if you felt drawn also to pile 1, or maybe you were unsure which pile to choose, because there was a strong message also coming through about following your passion. Here is slightly different, like, it's almost the same, but it's about living in alignment, with your own truth. And so also pursuing a path, that feels as fulfilling and allows you to grow and to really find happiness, here with the sun and success. But happiness also mean not just, in a material sense, like you get, you are well paid and so on, but also something that really aligns with who you are and how you want to live and spend your life, you know. So it's like almost like you are being called now to find the truth about your own direction. So I would say let's explore this further with with the cards I pulled for you. Let's put this here. So let's start with some oracles. These oracle cards are meant to reveal a little bit about who you are more in depth. So we have the Citizen, okay. We have the Alchemist. And we have the Heart. What I was saying about wanting to live in alignment and following your heart, but I will arrive. We also have a heart in pile 1. So this is why I'm telling you, if you felt maybe compelled also to choose pile 1, there may be something that resonates with you also there. Okay, the 10 of Pentacles, this also came out in pile 1. My God, let's see. We have the World reversed. The Queen of Wands. I think you can see it, yes. The 4 of Swords. The 7 of Cups. 3 of Cups. Actually, this is, I wanted to pull just 5 tarot cards, but a 6th one came out, and so I kept it. And we have Consciousness. I have, as usual, 2 more oracle cards, but since it's already quite crowded here, I think I will pull them out later on. Okay, pile 2. So, who are you? Starting with your oracle cards, what is your soul call based on these cards? First of all, with the Heart here, I have to say it's very similar from to what we saw with pile 1. Actually, you are someone who, when it comes to following your soul call or your soul purpose, you might not be, compelled. You don't feel compelled, to follow certain standards or like what everyone seems to be expecting from you. Or let's say, I mean, you like to follow your heart, and this may mean also doing something that maybe it speaks just to you, I also feel like if you are looking for direction during this time, the heart is telling you, is also giving you something to reflect on, like your heart knows where you want to go. Your heart knows what is truly in alignment with yourself. So you may have, and with this Consciousness card, is like you may have, now I'm curious to see the other oracles, but you may be already conscious. This is what consciousness is about, and see how whole is connected. So maybe you are already seeing the lessons that come from your past and how they are all connected and how they have shaped your path, so that you are at a place now where you're possibly contemplating some decisions. And you want to make these decisions in the best way, with integrity here and honesty. You want to follow your heart and your truth, to make the best choice that is aligned, that will bring you joy. And you are already conscious of this, that you have, to follow your heart in this moment. And you may take a moment, to reflect on your path, because this is where you're finding yourself at the moment. But going back to the heart, this is also Leo energy, and also the sun is Leo energy, so you don't have to be a Leo. But a Leo is just an energy that speaks of the heart, so emotions, love, doing what you love, also having, being caring and passionate, So if you have to make a decision at the moment, the best thing to do is not only to choose what is truly aligned with you, and I hope this reading will maybe shed some light on this, what really brings you joy, but to listen to your heart. And the answers, I feel like, I mean, this may seem trivial, you know, but the answers lie within your heart. This is what I'm seeing. And so listening to your heart is probably what is best at the moment, especially if you're anxious or worried, because I feel like you may have to choose now. It's like you may be feeling confused, but I feel also that there is a consciousness rising within you. You may have already had, you know, with I'm drawn to these circles here, like you can see, I think you may have now a perspective of how all the experiences, your past experiences, were connected, and you have a consciousness of how all the lessons are involved in these decisions you are making now. Almost like you can learn from the past, and if you have to choose now, it can be a job, it can be a decision you have to make, whether you have already a job, you know, it can be a decision that you have to make about something, what path to pursue, you know, you have already the answers, because I feel like you have gained consciousness also from the past year, and all this women actually represent various lessons, because if you have, especially if you have achieved already something in the past, but even if you hadn't, you know, but especially if you did, okay, so I feel like for some of you, you already have a set of experiences, of lessons that can teach you, you know, when it comes to make some decisions, what is the path that will lead you to this Three of Cups, this happiness, this fulfillment, you know. And so this process for you is all about, you know, gaining consciousness about what truly is aligned with your heart and with what you desire. And what you desire, of course, is possibly stability. Again, this card has various meanings, and this came out in pile 1 as well. So if some of you, again, also in this pile, or maybe you are the same people watching 2 piles, it can be. So some of you may have a family, you know. I feel some of you, possibly this is your heart desire. I think you want to be happy, you want to be stable, and so maybe there is some decisions to make that will lead you, you know. I feel this Three of Cups is the last card, actually, what truly fulfills you. For some of you, I think here with the Ten of Pentacles and the World, this came out reverse. So normally I don't keep reversals in my tarot deck, but this came out like this, and so let's keep it reversed, you know. The World normally is a symbol of, I mean, it's a card of success, completion, and achievement. Here I feel for some of you, you know, maybe there's been a setback, a delay. Maybe you didn't achieve what you desired. Maybe you need to recalibrate here. You need to take some moment really to assess the situation and see how to move forward, because possibly here maybe something didn't quite go as you wanted to. Maybe you wanted to I don't know, reach a certain, maybe to get a job, or just to finish something. You know, there is frustration in this card, so you may be frustrated for some reason. I feel like happiness and stability are available for you, but there has been something here, okay, that possibly required you to really assess the situation and possibly understand, like, as I was saying, to realign yourself in order to move forward, because it's almost like, and you're gaining perspective, you know, about how to move forward here. By the way, so as I was saying, the oracles, okay, we have also the alchemist, and this is Scorpio energy. We had Scorpio energy in pile 1 as well. Again, so many similar things between the two. I again, the alchemist, you know, this is telling me that you are someone who is able to really blend, you know, may transform, you know, to blend maybe different elements to find solutions. Like, and you can see how this is right above the Seven of Cups, like having to make decisions to choose the best path for you, what truly aligns for you. And here we have the Alchemist. The Alchemist talks about also is Scorpio energy, so intuition. So you are also asked to really listen to your heart and your intuition beneath, you know, the layers of worry and anxiety you may experience, because this is not helping you. You know, it's the worry, the frustration, the anxiety that I see here. And the Alchemist is also telling me, and also with the Queen of Wands here, that you, I mean, the solutions lie in your hand. It's like you can be the empowered one. You can empower yourself really to find a solution here and finding your direction, you know, because you are the alchemist. You are the one, the problem solver, you know, you are the one who can really find a solution, and you have the power with Scorpio here. So this is you as a person, this is your situation. So you as a person, you are someone who is able to tap into your intuition. You can be really intuitive, actually. You're just, you know, your intuition is being clouded by this anxiety here, maybe the frustration, you know, for something that happened here. But you can really tap into this intuition. And here you can find a solution. You are able to craft a solution. I think the solution will come from yourself when it comes to know how to move forward. What is the true call in your heart, you know, so whether it is, we are, you know, talking for the most part about career, but maybe whatever situation in your life you feel like you want to apply to, you know, the sole purpose is not just career, it's something deeper. But let's keep this reading open, you know, so you can apply to whatever situation resonates with you. I feel like also with this Ten of Pentacles, the achievement, achiever, and the alchemist, you have a lot of resources at your disposal. Actually, I don't think you are, you know, it's the first time maybe you need to really harness your resources and your abilities and your intuition to solve something. But if it is, know that you, I mean, that really it's already here. When it comes to answering your true soul call, you have to find what truly makes you happy and what you feel is true and aligned for you on a deeper level. Okay, so this is not something that comes from the outside. You're not getting, I mean, again, the answers from the outside, you know within you. You may have strong intuitions. We also saw in pile one that there were like insights coming from the person, and like the person was getting some very important hints about and hits regarding their direction. But I feel like here it comes from you. The alchemist also is telling me that when it comes to finding your soul call, you may be very good at blending different resources or different elements to craft your path and to create a path forward. Like crafting your path, your soul path, you know, it's not like you have to craft your soul path, but just to walk in integrity and authenticity. You not only have the resources, but you also be able to really blend different elements and create something that is unique and true for you. So with whatever resources you have at your disposal, maybe you have a good foundation, maybe a good family, maybe someone who supports you, you know. I feel like you are able to really tap into your natural abilities and skills, you know, to move forward successfully. The word reversed, yes, it's just a setback, but I think, I mean, this card didn't want to come up upright, just because I think you are still in the process of, I mean, there is something maybe you want to complete here, something that will make you happy, something that you are trying to close, you want to, for some of you, maybe some project or something you want to come full cycle, you know, and to complete, and you're really assessing how, but know that you have the resources and you have also the right intuition. So yeah, and with the Citizen here also, this is also fire energy, almost like the Queen of Wands here. Again, I think that this energy, you know, is telling you to change something. Here with the Queen of Wands and the World reversed, you're really called to, I mean, maybe there is something you need to change in order to move forward. And here you are assessing also what. Okay, because the World reverse is telling me, yes, you're almost there, but you're not perfectly aligned. So you're almost there. There is this consciousness rising, you know. So what do you need to do to really balance, you know? And also the first card, I think this one, you know, I achieve with integrity, is also I mean, a direction for you, a sort of guidance. Like whenever you're in doubt, you know, remember to always stand in your truth and integrity and honesty. Whatever decision you have to make, always consider maybe also other people involved, can be the case, or how maybe to achieve. Also here we have multiple people, you know, not just one. This is not, for example, the Nine of Cups. So this is also involves maybe the happiness of other people. And so having integrity in the heart, you know, the Citizen, it can also be like, be a good citizen. I mean, do something that feels right, you know, because also the outcome that maybe you're trying to manifest here also involves other people, maybe the happiness of other people. It may be, you know. And also the Citizen, it speaks about someone, you know, who, again, takes into consideration, and this has to do with integrity as well, you know, the good, the collective good, the collective well-being, you know. So the outcome that you're trying to manifest, I think you have to consider also your other connections, your connections with others, you know, and like how possibly the decisions that you're going to make are going to have an impact on other people. Because I think, and this means also having a good heart, you know, and being conscious of the impact. This means also I achieve with integrity. So there is a very specific message here, especially if your actions or decisions here are going to have an impact on other people. There's a very specific message here about achieving with integrity. So making your decisions, keeping in mind fairness, you know, and truth and the well-being of all the people involved, especially maybe if you are, as I was saying in the beginning, maybe a boss here or someone who has, you know, to make decisions that have an impact on other people. Okay, so there are some more oracle cards here, and we may tap into the wrap up a little bit the messages. And so there are many different, I mean, there are some 2 or 3 different situations here, I think. So you may just want to take what resonates, because I was getting a series of different messages. I mean, very similar, but it may not apply to everyone. Okay, so the last 3 oracle cards, we have confidence, sadness, and success. Okay, with this sadness, I think it refers to maybe what happened here with this word reverse. Like there was something you wanted so bad to achieve, but maybe you couldn't, and so, you know. But sadness also is telling you to really like accept your feelings, you know. With the heart here, the heart feels all the emotions, so it's okay to feel sad here, especially if you maybe didn't get the job that you wanted, or you couldn't finish or complete something. It can lead to frustration and maybe some sadness, something didn't work out. But actually I feel like something here didn't work out because you are being asked to recalibrate and to maybe achieve a better outcome. Maybe you weren't ready here. Okay. Confidence, and I'm really drawn to the blackness also here of the card, because I said in the beginning, this is the color of like starting from scratch, you know. From black there is a lot of potential, like you can create, and you are the alchemist, remember, and so you have the resources to really create something from nothing. So you have like a blank space from where you can be confident, you know, like the Queen of Wands. So you can, after the frustration here, you can regain confidence again. Put a smile on your face and be sure that you are the alchemist, that you are able to make us the best decisions, okay? And this will lead to success because, I mean, remember, I was already seeing this in the beginning with the sun here. It was like a promise. It's not like you don't have to put the effort because you have to make decisions. So it requires your action. It is in your hands with the alchemist, remember? So the solutions are coming from you. But I feel like success is available for you. And with this Three of Cups as well, I think, I mean, you are going towards an outcome that can be a success, you know, for all the people involved, because I feel like there are other people involved as well for some of you here. And so, yeah, pile 2, this is what I got for you, and I really hoped it was helpful in some way. Please let me know in the comments or like this video also. I mean, whatever form of interaction is really appreciated, because I mean, I really appreciate your feedback in whatever form of way. So thank you for watching, and thank you so much. It has been a pleasure for me to read for you. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the I Communicate with Compassion card. It's a beautiful oracle card. And I have already pulled your oracle and tarot cards here for your reading, but I want to take some time to tap into the energy of this card you have chosen first, because I feel like there are some messages already here. So, I communicate with compassion. First of all, I have to say, this is a feminine figure, okay? So this is meant to represent, since this is an Egyptian-inspired deck, this is meant to represent Hathor, who will be, you know, corresponds to Aphrodite or Venus in Greek or Roman mythology, you know. So I feel like tapping into this energy straight away, I feel that here in this pile, the soul call for you involves, you know, taking care of others, love, compassion, and really, it can be also, you know, this is a strong feminine energy. You don't have to be a woman, by the way. And this is something I like to say, you know, and to always remind. This is a reminder for people who are watching, because, you know, the cards are never gender specific. These are just energies. So you can be a man too, okay? You don't have to be a woman. But I feel with this energy that your soul call has to do how your soul purpose, your soul direction in this life. It doesn't have to do with your career specifically. It may have, but the soul purpose or soul call or career may be different, you know. It has to do with nurturing, with giving love, you know, with being compassionate and tender towards other people. I feel like since this feminine energy can also represent a mother or a parent in general, but there may be mothers also watching with this card. I feel like even if you're not a mother, this is a card that is telling me that maybe your soul call in this life may also involve working with your family, like maybe, again, it may have to do with career or not, but it just may mean sharing with your family maybe a purpose or some goals or something you're working towards, okay? So I feel like this nurturing energy is meant to go outwards, you know, so to be, is an energy that is directed towards other people. You may be someone, and we will see with the oracles, but you may be someone who is really good at taking care of yourself. This is because once you are in a place of love and you are, you know, full of love for yourself, you can also give to others, and this is a nurturing energy overall. So this is also giving me Empress vibes. You know, if you know the tarot, the Empress is also nurturing energy, is also energy associated with Aphrodite and Venus again, and so love, you know, and beauty as well. So your soul call may have to do with beauty in all its forms as well, nurturing others, taking care of others, you know. And these are the first things that I'm getting from this card. So let's go ahead with your oracles. And the first oracles I'm going to pull are meant to shed light on who you are a little bit, okay, delving deeper into who you are, through the lens, of your soul code, of course. Also, we have the Advocate, the Liberator. Okay, we have the Caregiver. What I was saying is like, this is nurturing energy. You're a caregiver, okay? Your part of your soul call is to be a caregiver, to take care of others in some way, to spread love, maybe to connect with others as well, or to work with your families, I would say. Okay, so with tarot, then we are going to clarify the place where you are now, okay, and then we will pull other oracles to give more direction and guidance for you. So let's see. We have the Knight of Cups. This is your direction, where you're moving towards. We have the Two of Feathers. I hope you can see it, which is actually the Two of Swords, So really hope, I don't know, I hope you can see these cards. And then we have the Seven of Cups. This came up in pile 2 as well. So maybe if you felt drawn, to pile 2, maybe there can be some similarities or maybe not. I'm getting a different energy in this pile. So pile 1 and pile 2 were sort of similar for some aspects, but not completely. Okay, and finally we have some other oracles, but I have several of them. I'm not going to pull all of this straight away just because I don't want to, to make this setting too crowded. So, okay, so I just pulled one for now, and then, so let's tap into the energies, I would say. Okay, pile 3. So you are a caregiver. Maybe I can make a little bit of room here. Yes, we can. So you can see also these cards. Sorry, but I'm really trying to... I want you to see all the cards. And I'm also drawn straight away to these orange colors, because we see the orange here in the background and the orange here as well. And I will arrive to that. Okay, so... Okay, first of all, with the keyword communicate here, communication, okay? I feel like you may be a really passionate communicator. I feel like you may have strong communicating abilities, or with the Advocate here, and especially when it comes to maybe defending other people, since you have the caregiver, like maybe you want to, mend injustices or just make things right in some way. You can be a powerful communicator, but this is just, this is because you communicate from a place of compassion. But more than compassion, I feel like you can communicate from a place that really resonates with your the recipient, or like the person or the people you are communicating with. So compassion means for me also empathy. I feel like you're able to empathize with the feelings of other people, and this is what allows you to create like a sort of connection, and to communicate effectively. So like I feel like part of your soul call is also involves some this strength, in your communication and your communication skills, because you're able to communicate from a place of empathy and compassion, and so you become effective, With the Advocate, I also feel like, this is huge with the caregiver and the Advocate. I feel like your soul call may have to do with the greater good, doing something good or bringing forth some change. Even we have the Liberator here, some huge change, for many people, or, to just create, a strong focus around yourself, because we have a single person here, very strong, very grounded, Empress energy, someone who is able to create abundance and positive energy. You are able to do so around yourself, and you may have a very strong impact on other people, I feel. So you may feel like maybe throughout your life you are able to help others, or maybe people gravitate around you just because they feel like that you are someone, that is very dedicated. You can be also a very capable mediator, for example, since there is an emphasis on communication here. Maybe you are a mediator, maybe your work, has to do, revolves around maybe persuading people in some way. This is another possibility. Okay, so what I see here is someone who has an impact on other people through communication and communicative abilities. So I also feel, yes, with again with the caregiver here, that you this is Cancer energy. This is about self-care, as I was saying, nurturing energy, trust. As you are someone, I feel like you are someone who inspires or may inspire a lot of trust in other people, and maybe they follow you. You don't have to be a leader necessarily, but just I feel like you're someone who works a lot. We have the Ten of Wands here, responsibility, dedication. You can be someone, yes, dedication is another key word. Like, you are someone who is really dedicated. Maybe you take on also too many responsibilities and duties, because you are a caregiver with Cancer energy. You have to be very mindful of your boundaries here. Rejection also means, sometimes you have to say no to other people, so not to overwhelm yourself or to some demands, just because you want to give so much with a caregiver here. Even if you're not a Cancer, so this is about boundaries. And it's also about allowing in your, energetic field only what is good for you. Sometimes I think when we give too much, we run the risk of maybe allowing unwanted energies to enter, maybe people to just taking advantage of us in some way, with the Seven of Cups here, and with the keyword choice. This came up in pile 2 as well, so there is a choice here involved, but I will arrive to that. So I will talk about this now because this has to do with the ability to make good choices. And actually, when you give a lot and you take a lot on your shoulders, you may feel like burdened, or maybe you are not finding maybe the courage to say no, and that is why you have to tap into this caregiver energy and give the self-care to yourself first, because even though this is, you're so cool, like you're very good at taking care of others, you also have to take care of yourself. And here honestly I'm seeing like you are burdened, so I feel like you have to learn to say no sometimes, okay, not to give too much, or just to. And the choice here as to, making good choices means, it may also mean like liberate, or you're freeing yourself. Like maybe sometimes it's good also to take time for yourself, for your self-care, to say no, The Empress energy is asking you to love yourself more. So maybe you are taking on too much here. Okay, so this may be a specific message. Just because I think maybe you are taking care of someone, these duties may have to do with the fact that you are in the condition, of a caregiver, literally. So you may be maybe also in a profession. You go, okay, if it's not a profession, a situation where you have to take care of other people, maybe all day, every day, and this is a burden for you. I feel like here with choices, you have to consider carefully also the commitments that you take and what you say yes to. just because you are there for everyone, but maybe, you know, you also need to look after yourself. Okay? So this is what I feel here. By the way, yes, and also the Two of Swords is talking about decisions. So decisions and direction. Yeah, this reading is about, you know, following your soul call, listening to yourself, finding your direction. With the Knight of Cups here, again, this is coming up in every pile, really. I feel like you are called to really, I mean, there are several messages here. First of all, this is about, again, it says charm and passion, but this is about really, I feel like somehow maybe you may have very high ideas, or it's like you want to live up to some idea and you take on too much. So this may be a message for some of you. For some of you here, you may feel the call, or you may have received an offer here. I feel like with rejection, possibly you have been rejected. Maybe you wanted to pursue a certain path, or this also came up in similar in pile 2, like there was frustration, you know, because maybe you wanted to, let's say, maybe you wanted to apply for a job, maybe you wanted to have a certain positions, or just to grasp a certain opportunity, maybe it didn't work. But as they say, sometimes rejection is protection. And so with the Knight of Cups, I think this is another offer coming for you. So this is not going to be your future, you know. I feel like this is either it has already happened and you're receiving another offer, and now you have to choose very wisely, either because you have already many responsibilities, you know, and something that requires your full time and attention and effort, and you are called here to seek a balance with the Two of Swords, and to really choose a direction, because there may be something very good coming here for you. And I'm curious now to see the other oracles, so they have to say, but you are asked really to keep your balance. And I'm really also drawn to how the flamingo, you know, just is able to stand up on just one leg. It is a matter of balance, you know, and I feel like too many responsibilities may throw yourself off balance, you know. So you have to weigh carefully here with the decision card, you know, and to make choices. This also came up, as I was saying, in part 2, choices that align with your well-being. And I feel also that with the 4 crystals here, control and security is, yes, with all these many commitments and all the situations of the people maybe you have to take care of, there is still a strong sense of control. Like you're someone who is able to keep all quite stable and secure, like almost you're able, you know, like I think this is otter swimming, you know, in these waters without being overwhelmed, or like you are trying to do so, you know, to keep it all together, and like creating a sense of security for yourself or for other people. I want to clarify with other oracles, actually. So, and with the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Acorns here, I also feel like you may be someone, sometimes you may find that you are maybe alone with your commitments and your duties, like you are the one who is carrying on, you know, this carrying all the weight of a certain situation, maybe, or you are the one who is moving forward. Maybe a certain situation could be your family, you know, it could be taking care of other people. It could be, you know, implementing these changes, maybe fighting for some causes, because there are many aspects here that can be explored, like you know, also the Liberator, by the way, it is Libra energy. It speaks of balance, and so maybe seeking a balance between, you know, overextending yourself, like being very dedicated, but also taking time to really listen a bit to your intuition, because I feel like there's a lot you want to do. But what is the overall message here is possibly you need to choose just one thing that is best for you, and leave maybe the other burdens, you know, just you are the one who may have to say no to something here. So I really want to pull the other oracles to see. Yes, okay, we have determination, mystery, and movement. I feel like with this mystery, I mean, in the Two of Swords, normally we see a figure who is blinded and she cannot see the path forward, you know. With the mystery here, it also, this oracle card reminds me of the High Priestess in some way, with the two pillars, you know, if you know the card. But I feel like with this mystery, and this is the moon, this is not the sun, or maybe it's the sun, but I don't know, I feel like it's the moon. So maybe you are not seeing the way forward now with this decision that you have to make. You're trying to hold on a sense of security. There may be this offer coming for you, and you may have to decide your direction, you know. And I feel like this is a mystery for you. Like, we don't know, you may feel like you don't know exactly what will happen as you move forward. But and you may fear rejection, or maybe you want to move towards something. This movement here, you are this Knight of Cups, you want to move towards something, but you fear rejection. This is another scenario as well, because you're moving towards the unknown, so possibly you don't know. It is a mystery, you know, what answer you will get, but you feel like you are really feeling drawn towards a certain direction here with the Knight of Cups and also the movement card, but you just don't know what will be the answer, what will be the outcome, you know. And I feel like with determination, you are, you know, by the way, you are encouraged to move forward no matter the challenges. Okay, if there's something calling you here, because we see a mountain here. Mountains are, yes, earth, and mountains are grounded, you know, but mountains also represent obstacles. So move forward with determination card. This is the guidance for you with a sense of groundedness, because I feel this is the sun. I feel like you will find clarity as you move forward. So even though the path here may seem like shrouded in mystery, you know, in some way, I feel like this is a moment for you where you have to summon determination in order to seek clarity and to shed light on this path. And only moving forward you will find out, you know, even though I feel like there is some fear of rejection here for some reason. This is what I'm getting, but and with the movement card, yes, okay, okay, this is a green light for you. Simply like that, you know, this is a green light. So even though you don't know where you're going, actually, just following your passion here, okay, will lead to movement. So because I see you holding on too tight and being too controlled sometimes. So whether this is a new direction, there is maybe a new offer for you, or you are the one who wants to maybe make an offer, or I don't know, just do something, you know. Maybe you're waiting for an answer from someone, and you fear rejection. The only, you know, it is a green light. This card is telling you just take action. You know, so this is also giving me Eight of Wands vibes, like movement, you know. It just maybe you have to communicate again, because this is Eight of Wands is about communication, you know. Communicate. Maybe the way you can go around this problem, or just not go around but really solve it, is to communicate. As we have green and green, you know. Green is also the color of love, you know. And so maybe communicate with this compassion, communicate, you know, with this empathy. Maybe there's something with communication here. Even though you feel rejection, but I think this is your fear, you know, this is not your result. I feel like this is your encouragement. I mean, this is the last card for you. It's really telling you a green light, okay? So if you feel like so, this is a moment for taking action. This is not a moment for stagnating maybe and holding on to control, you know, and just trying to control the situation, because with the 4 here, you are remaining where you are. Instead, you are encouraged to pursue what is your passion, what you love, creating movement and taking action in your life at this moment, you know. You don't know the outcome of it, but this is a green light actually from the universe telling you it is a moment for you to take action, not to stand still, you know. So this is the guidance for you. So maybe you have to send that message, make the call, you know, and just communicate, or maybe say something, just initiate and take action. And I feel like this is your soul call. This is how you will find direction in the next phase of your journey. It's a green light from the universe. Release your fears, because you're encouraged to move forward. Whatever is the enterprise here, okay, this is just green light for you. Pile 3. So this is what I got for you. Please, if you liked it, or if this was helpful in some way, let me know, or just like this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure for me to read for you, and I really hope to see you soon. Bye bye.